Residents from East London's Scenery Park are set to march to their local police station today. This is over the death of 21 teenagers at Nyobeni Tarven. This was on Sunday, last week Sunday. The march comes just hours after the owner of the tavern told Newzroom Afrika that he did not sell alcohol to underage children. Malungelo Booi joining us now from the scene of that tavern. Malu, good morning to you. And before we talk about why the residents have seen it necessary to march to the local police station there, let's start with what you saw when you were given the opportunity to get inside that tavern yesterday. What did you see?
Well, Koli, I'll tell you, this tavern, or the scenes inside, tell a story of the tragedy that happened last Sunday morning. The place is upside down, really. The tables are also upside down. Liquor bottles are strewn everywhere, but you can also see blood on the floor. You can see clothing. I saw jackets. I saw a handbag, and I saw somebody's wig there, Koli. And of course, one thing about this establishment, Koli, you'd see is that it also has CCTV footage, CCTV cameras. Now, we have been told that some of the CCTV footage that was collected or was filmed on that day has been handed over to the police to study it. And Koli, this facility does have 2 generators. It has been confirmed to us by the owner of the facility, but those generators, Koli, are actually not inside this particular facility. In fact, they are at the back, in another yard. That's where they are. And we're told, Koli, only one of those generators was working at the time. The other one was not working. And of course, Koli, the owner of the tavern yesterday spent, I think he spent about, 4 hours interacting with the police investigators that were here at the scene, Koli. Also interviewing some of the bouncers that work at this particular establishment. If you recall, Koli, there was also this suggestion by those who were inside that we spoke to earlier in the week, saying that they smelled something like a tear gas, and one person that I spoke to actually went as far as to say that that tear gas was opened by a bouncer. And I suppose then, Koli, part of what the statements that were taken from the bouncers and also the owners of this particular establishment are in relation to exactly just that. Koli, we've heard from people who are inside this particular establishment telling us how they jumped through the windows as they were escaping the pandemonium or the chaos that was taking place inside at that time of the incident. We know, Koli, that 17 young children died, were found by emergency personnel and the police on Sunday. 2 died in a local clinic and 1 died en route to a local hospital here in East London, bringing to 21 in total the number of those who actually died in this incident. Of course, so many questions, Koli, as to what was the cause of the incident.
Yeah, Malu, as of course today it is anticipated that there will be that march to the local police station. And while we discuss that, Malu, I think bring us up to speed about which of these 2 narratives holds water. So you've explained that the generators are far back and they are in another yard, so to speak, and that only 1 generator was working on the day. So which of these 2 narratives, carbon monoxide or tear gas, seems to be holding weight at the moment? Because the understanding is that the parents of these deceased children have yet to be told the official confirmation as to what it is that took the lives of their young ones.
You're right, Koli. I mean, we're still waiting, and in fact, authorities in the Eastern Cape did say that when the investigation is concluded, families and the members of the public will be informed as to exactly what was the cause of death. But here's what we know. I had an interaction with the owner of this particular establishment, Mr. Ndevu, for about 5 minutes, Xoli. And one of the things, in fact, he alluded to was that he does not understand why the police probe into this particular matter is taking so long. And he actually even suggested to me that, police are playing the guessing game at the moment because they can't prove this carbon monoxide theory that's been spoken about a lot, considering the fact that these generators, in fact, are on the other yard, not inside the premises of this particular establishment. But he also clearly told me that he does not sell alcohol to young children. In fact, he dismissed that altogether, and he went as far as to say some of the children that had came at the time actually came with their own alcohol.
Malungelo Booi, thank you very much for that update live for us at the Scenery Park. That's the scene of the Enyobeni Tarven.